Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Alexis and today I'm going to be sharing 15 books that I recently hauled for a little over $60. And if you don't already know, books can be really expensive, especially if they're hardcover, which most of these are, and I'm really grateful because again, I found them at a convenient price. So we'll just get started. I will admit 7 of these books are by the same author, and that is Cassandra Clare. If you don't already know, she is very popular for Mortal Instruments series and by extension her spin-off series that came afterwards. I unfortunately did not read past the Mortal Instrument books yet, which is why I was really excited to find these. I didn't have much time to read, or at least I didn't make time when I was younger, but now that I'm older and want to hop back into fantasy some more, I wanted to include her books on that list as well. First one here, Chain of Iron. Apparently this is book 2 of the Last Hour series, so I still have to get book 1, which is Chain of Gold. I don't know anything more than this other than the fact that it's one of the prequel series of Mortal Instruments. So there's that. And again, look at that condition. They're like new. It doesn't look like they were read at all. So there's no marks. I'm just really grateful. And this is just one of several. Next, I'm going to share the Dark Artifice's first book, and that is Lady Midnight. So a stunning cover again, pristine condition, and got the open cover here. So yes, very grateful. You can see all the series books are listed in the back. So just really stunning. I'm really happy. Book 2 from the same series is Lord of Shadows. And book 3, Queen of Air and Darkness. The cover design doesn't seem to match up with the previous two, but they're all beautiful, so they look nice still together on a shelf. And then of course we have the Infernal Devices series, Clockwork Angel, Clockwork Prince, and Clockwork Princess. I'm not going to share any more about those books because I don't really know too much outside of the fact that it is within the same world of Mortal Instruments, just taking place centuries, or excuse me, decades before the Mortal Instruments series. So other than that, I'm just going to go in blind. I don't want to read anything else from the reviews because I don't want to spoil it for myself. It'd just be nice to get back in the swing of things for that. I will admit the next 2 books are by an author I haven't read at all yet, but I really enjoyed the show that was inspired by this author's work. But at this point, I have no interest in starting a spin-off series, let alone the original series, and that would be within the Grishaverse, King of Scars. So this is the first book, and then the next book I will show as well. It still contains the poster and annotated chapter, which I guess that's nice for someone who is already well into the world. But considering that, and I haven't read any of the books by this author yet, I don't have interest in keeping this anymore. But again, it was at a convenient price, so I'm just going to resell this on my Pango Books, which I'll be linking down below. The next book I have is a sequel to King of Scars, and that is Rule of Wolves. This is a stunning cover, and I'm really bothered that I just am not interested in reading in the world, because look at that, like, and the previous one did have this as well, but I just didn't feel like showing it. This is just a stunning edition, and it's a shame because I don't want to keep it just for the sake of it looking pretty, and I haven't read any of the books, nor do I have an interest in reading the Shadow and Bones series right now. So yeah, this is just unfortunate, but it's a beautiful edition and someone else can have it. I'm also going to be putting this up on my Pango Books. The next three books are actually available already in my library by audiobook, which I'm going to listen to first before I decide to part with these hardcovers, if at all, because again, I might really enjoy the story, and if not, I can just resell it myself and be able to give my own feedback on the story as to why it didn't fit for me and why it may fit for someone else. And that would be Fable and Namesake. Both of these are by Adrienne Young. And I've seen these covers in store before. Just look at that. They form a nice, pretty picture of someone's face. These follow also young adult fantasy. It's essentially about a girl dealing with betrayal, first love, all that jazz. So yeah, this sounds up my alley, but again, another author I've never tried. So chances are I'm going to read it first before I consider giving it away. And if I do so, it will also be found in my Pango books. The next book that I found is by Chloe Gong, and that is Our Violent Ends. This is the sequel to These Violent Delights. And I have to say that I only scarcely know that this is supposed to take place around the 1920s in Shanghai, and it's a retelling of Romeo and Juliet, so rivaling families, first love turned betrayal. I have no idea what happens in the first book. However, it is available by audiobook through my library, so I'm going to listen to that first and then decide if I want to read the second one and essentially keep it. So we'll see. And if, again, I don't like it, it will also be found on my Pango books, depending on how that goes, which of course I will talk about eventually. How soon? I don't know, but it is what it is. So there we go. And of course, a stunning cover. It's just, The next book I was pleasantly surprised to see is The Girl in 6E. This is by A.R. Torre. And all I know is that one of the main characters is a serial killer, or at least she has those like tendencies. And then their partner doesn't seem to suspect, but also has some suspenseful elements in here, which I guess is already implied by the cover. So romantic suspense or suspenseful romance. We'll see depending on how it ends, if there's happily ever after. Considering Halloween is just around the corner, I have no shame about this haul, and this is probably one of the first ones I'll read. I'm not sure how soon that is in real time, but compared to the other books in this haul, chances are this is going to be one of the first ones. And lastly, I'm going to share this amazing author, and I'm so thankful that I found her books in said store because they're expensive on Amazon. And I've already read a couple of her books before, so I'm really excited to get into this series by her, and that is Radiance by Grace Draven. I also have its sequel, El Delon. So this follows the same couple. I have no idea how it goes from here to here, but it starts with Radiance, and essentially it's a Beauty and the Beast retelling, or at least it gives those vibes according to the previous reviews I've heard. It also has rivaling families, so I guess Romeo and Juliet-ish, a different species. At first they think each other is ugly, hate to friends to lovers, according to those other reviews. Again, I know almost nothing about this, but I don't care because I've read by this author before, and this is its companion book. So these two books follow the same couple, as you can tell by the cover, and they are stunning, in pristine condition. I found it secondhand. So grateful, so thankful. This was just a delightful haul for me. And that concludes all of the books that I found at a single store. I'm not going to share what it is because I kind of want to hoard it for myself. And if other people find it great, good on them. But at this point in time, I'm going to be selfish. Just let me be selfish. And with that being said, until the next time, hopefully my summer reading wrap up will come up soon. but I did read a lot over the summer, so it might come in increments. It might be recorded at different times. It might be packed all together. We'll see. It's going to be October. We're already into fall. So, with that being said, my name's Alexis. Thanks for watching. Happy reading and take care.